Welcome to Crossville Profiles, a venture about the people, pride, and progress of the Cumberland Plateau.
Welcome to Crossville Profiles. I'm Beth Davis with the Cumberland County Mayor's Office, and today on our show we have Mark Baldwin, who is the director of the Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival that's coming to town October 16th. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Beth. I appreciate you all having me here.
Thank you. So let's start off, Mark, by just let's do the date. Like I said, the 16th, but let's do date, time, and location so we can get our viewers to know where that is.
Okay. We're having the first Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival at the Cumberland County Fairgrounds on October 16th. Gates open at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Things will probably be wrapping up by around 3:30 or 4 o'clock by that afternoon.
Okay. And where did the idea come from to have this Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival?
So they had the first Bigfoot conference in Gatlinburg a couple of years ago or so, and I had nothing else to do that day, so I went up to Gatlinburg and just to see what was going on with it. And when we bought our tickets for that, we put in our zip code for where we were from. And then they showed a map of where, all those folks came from, and most of them were from Middle Tennessee. So that kind of got me to thinking that, this could be something that we could do in Crossville, because those folks could have just stopped here, and spent the day rather than going up to Gatlinburg. But
right.
So that's where the idea was born, and I noticed everyone was having such a good time, and the kids loved it, and I thought that's something we could do in Crossville and raise some money for some things and have a good time doing it.
Right, and showcase everything we have.
And showcase everything we have here.
So what can attendees to the Bigfoot Festival expect to see that day?
We have all kinds of things planned. First of all, we have, of course, the celebrity speakers that'll be going on. We have that scheduled out from hour to hour, including we have a lot of authors who are going to be coming, some of which are children's book authors, so they want to meet the kids and sign books for them and whatnot. We have all kinds of games. We have some quirky games like axe throwing. Got a company from Sevierville coming down to help us with that. Got a big kids zone planned. Going to have face painting. There's going to be cotton candy, balloons, stickers. The Kids on the Rise program here in Cumberland County is assisting with the craft making project that the kids can do. They can make like a Bigfoot craft and take that with them when they go home. And so all kinds of cool things are planned. So
there's tons of vendors, right? Like how many have signed up?
We have 114 as of today, and I just got a message before I came here, another one wanting to come on board. So they're still kind of trickling in. And we'll be taking those vendors probably right on up until about a week out from the festival, and then we'll have to cut it off.
Yeah. And are some of those can you tell us a little bit about some of the vendors?
Absolutely. We have several that are, of course, just Bigfoot vendors, and they'll be selling all kinds of Bigfoot merchandise, shirts, caps, whatever.
Right.
And then we have others who are just local folks who, they sell crafts of different natures, and some of them are tailoring some of those crafts toward, Bigfoot-like merchandise.
Okay.
We have some folks that just want to share with other folks what they do, like a Standing Tall here in Crossville, Kids on the Rise. Some of those organizations that help folks, they want to let folks know they're here.
Yeah.
Because maybe some of the locals don't know of all the organizations that are around to help them with different matters. So we have things like that. We have, of course, like I said, the authors, and we have some folks that are just going to be selling food, selling goodies for their church, benefits or whatnot. So it's a variety of vendors, and we'll have all those mapped out before the festival.
And so something for everybody.
Something for everybody.
And then you were talking about TV personalities and in that schedule. So what, can you tell us a little bit about who the television personalities are going to be? Absolutely.
We have Cliff Brockman and Matt Moneymaker from the show Finding Bigfoot.
Okay.
They'll be here to talk about their experiences with hunting Bigfoot and all that goes into that. And then we have two celebrities from the show Mountain Monsters.
Okay.
Buck and Huckleberry, I believe, are the two that'll be here from that show. So we look forward to hearing their stories of hunting for the elusive creature as well. And then one of the things I think I'm a little bit more excited about Mike Snyder. He'll be going on at 1 o'clock. Some of y'all may remember him from the Hee Haw days.
Yeah.
And since then, he still, travels and plays the banjo that he plays so well, and just has a wonderful comedy routine. And I think a lot of folks are going to really enjoy that.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot more questions I want to get from you, but we're going to have to take a short break, and we'll be right back with Crossville Profiles.
Welcome to the Crossville Cumberland County Tourism Channel. If you would like to see your business, organization, or event on this channel, please call 931-484-4546.
Welcome back to Crossville Profiles. Today on the show, we've been speaking with Martin Baldwin about the Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival, and he was just telling us about the lineup before the break of all the TV personalities and the vendors. And you had mentioned some food. Some of the vendors are going to be food, but you're going to have some other food available there too, right?
Yeah, of course. So we of course have the food trucks. Those will be pretty typical, but for an event like this. But we also have like the United Fund. They're going to be selling pizza.
Okay.
Not just any pizza, Beth. These are large pizzas that are shaped like the foot of Bigfoot.
So great.
That's a pretty special treat to look forward to at the festival. And then the FFA from Stone High School, they're going to be selling refreshments and raising money for their club. And then we have other groups that are along that similar nature, just selling snacks and goodies and whatnot for both the festival goers and to raise money for whatever their cause is.
And then the food trucks too, that's all they'll have. And there's how many of those? Maybe 7 or 8 food trucks?
Right now we have close to probably about 8 or 9 food trucks secured. And if anyone knows any more of those, we'll take those, of course, on up until the event. But yeah, we've got a good variety too. We've got anything from barbecue to hot dogs to hamburgers to whatever. We even have the Snacksy Taxi from Jamestown, so which has a whole host of treats for everyone.
So come hungry. That's what he's
come
saying.
hungry.
Come hungry. Now another thing, it is going to be down at the community complex, the fairgrounds at Cumberland County for Cumberland County, and one of the questions I've heard is about parking. Where can attendees park?
Okay, so if we were to run out of parking at the community complex, we just don't want a situation where people are parking on the sides of highways and creating dangerous situations for other motorists. So we do have some backup parking, if you will, at Centennial Park. And then we also have, if we need it, we even have more backup parking back at Stone High School.
Okay.
And we will have shuttles that will be regularly servicing those areas. So if you just don't feel like trying to find a parking spot at the complex, just park over there, ride the shuttle over, they'll drop you off, and then they'll come back to pick you up later.
Okay, good. So that's all taken care of then. So if I'm interested and I see this show and I think, I want to know about the complete schedule that's going to go on that day, where can I find that whole schedule of events?
Okay, we have a website and a Facebook page that we're keeping updated.
Okay.
The website is ucbigfoot.com.
Okay.
And then our Facebook page is just at UCBigfoot. Just go on there, find us on Facebook, and we're keeping all that stuff updated. And as things, as we get closer to the time and maybe a schedule changes or whatnot, you'll want to check back and make sure, that you've got that up-to-date schedule.
And even the day of.
Yep, even the day of. Yeah, there may be some flexibility with things there. So they can keep an eye on that website and Facebook page, and we'll keep them posted.
And then we have a radio station situation too to help with that.
We do WECO 101.3. We'll be here covering, they'll be here early that morning, so you'll want to tune into them. And they'll have all kinds of parking updates. They're even going to try to talk to some of our celebrities, so you'll get to hear a little spiel about what they may have planned for the day. And so you'll want to tune into that radio station for updates.
And so is there some volunteer opportunities for people once they see this? They're like, hey, I want to be a part of that kind of thing?
There absolutely are. And in fact, I've just created a link on our website for volunteers. If you go to that link, it's literally titled Volunteer Opportunities, I think. You go on there. I've got a few ideas of volunteer things. If you think of something else you might want to be, to help out with, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. But yes, there's plenty of volunteer opportunities that folks can help out with. And
so just go to the website.
And I'm sure the Kids Zone, those folks would probably appreciate some extra volunteers there too.
Right. And so it's $5 to get in. Children under 12, you said we're free.
Free.
But so what is this money going towards that
This
you're raising
money-
this for?
This money goes to the United Fund of Cumberland County, and they help support 3 dozen nonprofits right here in Cumberland County. So the money that's spent at that gate for that admission is going to stay right here in our home county, supporting the causes that more than likely we'll all need at some point in our lives.
Right.
So, yeah.
And before we get out of here, let's talk about, it wouldn't have been able to come off the ground without the wonderful sponsors that we have to put this on. So do you want to talk about a few of those
Exactly.
that we have?
What would normally be considered a corporate level sponsor is for a Bigfoot Festival, our Gigantopithecus level sponsor of one bank. And Matt Dukes has helped us out with that tremendously and getting that taken care of. And so that really got us kick started, because we literally had no money going into this, and so we had to get a start. And so one bank has been incredibly generous, and now we've picked up several local organizations and sponsors and whatnot, and all those are listed on our website. We keep all those published out there so everyone can see who is involved with this and wants to make this an incredible festival that we know everyone will enjoy.
Yes, I think the buzz around town is everybody's very much looking forward to this. So before we get out of here, let's tell the viewers the date, time, all of that pertinent information again.
Okay. It's October 16th at the Cumberland County Fairgrounds. Gates open at 9 a.m. So come on out and be ready to have a good time, and be sure and keep an eye on that website. And there will also be a link created soon for vendors. So if you're a vendor for this already, you'll need to go and check that link, and then make sure all your questions are answered there. And if they're not, just shoot me an email and we'll get you an answer.
Okay. Well, and before we get out of here, we can't help but have a little shout out here to the Squatch, the baby Squatch. And there will be lots of different Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival merchandise at the show, and like the field guides and t-shirts, and there is a logo that was created for the festival, and all of the ball caps, water bottles, you name it, that'll all be there too. So come hungry and come ready to buy some really good merchandise, right?
Exactly, and come ready to have a good time.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you again for being with us today.
Thank you, Beth. I
Appreciate it so
appreciate
much.
it.
And I'd also like to thank the staff and students at Gateway Productions, and thank you for watching Crossville Profiles.